Stribich. I'll be quick and brief. I'm a political outsider. I'm not a career politician. I live in Centerville. I have 3 children, 2, 6, and 8. I served 20 years in the Air Force during the War on Terror. I understand what selfless service is about, and our election systems are in trouble in this country. I was just in Columbus yesterday trying to get us to pass a photo ID bill for mail-in ballots. No one was there from the Republican Party, neither the Secretary of State, neither my opponent, who couldn't trouble himself, and I have been working diligently for 3 years to pass proof of citizenship, photo ID, pre-printed hand-markable ballots, and get us back to an election day, not an election season. We don't need ballot gathering activities, we need vote-earning campaigns. This is the only time we have a chance to do this within 2 years with the president. I'm very serious about it. I'm about this cause. This is what I'm willing to dedicate and what I'm willing to put my stake on for the state of Ohio, for the future of our country and our kids, so that we never have another COVID situation like Anna had to experience and I, where we had to fight for military service members who were getting thrown out after having served in the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. This is the type of person that I am. This is what my cause and my purpose in life is post-military. I will serve you honorably. I have organizational leadership experience. I worked for the Vice Chairman, Joint Chiefs of Staff. I oversaw a $25 billion information system modernization program, and I would finally address the problem with voting machines and the risks that are associated with them. We would start looking at election systems like a risk management system, like a threat assessment. That's my background, and that's the leadership experience that I can bring to this office. Now, the Republican Party has not taken lightly to me being in this race, because competition, as much as we like to say in rooms like this, isn't always appreciated when somebody comes in and hasn't been entitled to the position. But I'm confident that I've recruited hundreds of volunteers and that we will win on May 5th with your support, and we will give Ohio a true voice about the issues that they want to see with this election issues. And I will serve you well, faithfully, like I serve this country. And this is all about taking care of what we have done in 30 years. And so I'm grateful for you to come out today. I look forward to questions that you have today.
What you're running for.
Thank you. Because of in 2 minutes, my name is Marcell Stribich. I'm running for Secretary of State, which oversees elections, business services, and campaign finance.
Thank you.
Well, Marcell, you might be able to answer this question. So, many Americans have lost faith in the election process, suspecting excessive fraud is tainting the outcomes. Concerns about voting by illegal aliens and the use of mail-in ballots has only heightened their concerns. If you are elected Secretary of State, what measures will you take to ensure that the Ohio election process is free of fraud, and by doing so, restore confidence to our voters?
Thank you for the question. From day one, we could be sharing information better. The Board of Elections can receive identity, residency, and citizenship information. They're not equipped right now to detect that fraud. So it's easy for people to go around and say, we don't have fraud. The reality is you can't see what you can't detect. That's what I've been doing my whole life, except my detection was on the battle space and enemy combatants. So that's a whole other separate issue. But what I would tell you is, from the moment that we start working together, we also have to hold Board of Elections accountable. I sued the Montgomery County Board of Election Director because he failed to enforce the Secretary of State's directive to train poll workers to identify non-citizen markings on the driver's license. I won in the Ohio Supreme Court. I did all this as a volunteer. I don't need this job for a pension. I'm taken care of. In fact, my life would be a lot easier as a civilian if I just enjoyed my time with my kids. But this country is too important to me. It's too important to us. That's why I believe we're all here tonight. And so I would be able to work that, but I would ensure transparency, public oversight, and accountability. And we deeply need that, because elections is ultimately a human factor. I would also be able to introduce a process to review Somali-type fraud when it comes to business registrations. We need to establish a task force in Ohio with the governor at the helm and the Secretary of State that is working with the Attorney General, working with the Auditor, working with the Department of Agencies, and we need to give the people of Ohio updates every 30, 60, 90 days so they know what's going on with this fraud situation. We need results and we need action. And if we don't do that, we're going to get our butts creamed in 2026, and we've got to get this taken care of. So thank you.